All right, let's move on now to the big dogs of the division. The big dogs really in the NFC last couple years. The San Francisco 49ers went 12-5 last year. Of course, lost in the Super Bowl to the Patrick Mahomes Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah. They lost Chase Young, so that's probably addition by subtraction.
Yeah, they're probably better. Yeah, exactly.
Leonard Floyd, who was better than Chase Young.
Crazy to say.
Oh, actually, he came. Sorry, he came.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. They lose a lot on the defensive line. Chase Young leaves. Randy Gregory leaves. Luckily, those two guys did absolutely nothing when they were there. Sebastian Joseph Day, who I think is underrated, he goes to the Titans. That's actually pretty nice for the Titans. They add Malik Collins. Very nice.
But they lost Eric Armstead, too. Like, that's...
They didn't want to pay him. They offered him $6 million.
Well, yeah, I just don't think that they can pay him. But, yeah, that's just a casualty of being a really good team. But they lost a lot on that D-line, though.
Yeah, I mean, they did. Malik Collins, Leonard Floyd, and Yetur Gross-Matos. That's decent.
Yeah.
That's decent. Because you're adding this to Bosa...
Yeah.
Hargrave.
Actually, their sneaky ad is linebacker Devondre Campbell.
Oh, yeah.
He was, and last year kind of a down year, but he's taking the spot of Greenlaw, who's going to come back slow off the Achilles, right?
Yeah. Do you think he's better than Greenlaw?
No, but I think he can. He shows moments, but he's a little bit lower than that. Greenlaw's really good.
I think Greenlaw was such a good compliment to Fred Warner. Yeah, the insane super athlete, Captain America, running around Fred Warner. Yeah. And then you had this just jackhammer in Trey Greenlaw.
But Campbell's a nice add to that unit that's linebacker heavy. And, they do a lot of – they have a lot of low-key signs because I don't think they can afford to pay – obviously, they can't afford to pay everybody. But
yeah, well, they're not paying anyone right now. Debo wanted some money, but he's in camp.
They paid Jennings.
Yeah, they paid Rashad Jennings. Locked him up.
Locked him up. Let's get him locked up. Let's make sure.
Brandon Ayuk still holding out, I guess.
Did you see that video of him dapping up Kyle Shanahan and Lynch? And they're
like, just playing with us? Does he just not want to do camp?
And he's like, yeah, I'm not doing camp.
Like, I'm sick of this camp.
Yeah, this shit's crazy.
I don't know, that was a weird video. I guess it's friendly, but when they get in the negotiating room, it's like.
Oh, his beef isn't with the coach, though.
Well, no, it's John Lynch.
The GM. That's the guy who controls the money. Yeah,
I did not see that.
Yeah, that was, he daps them up both, and then it's like. They're smiling, and the vibes are good after like a very messy offseason. It's so weird.
Says something in his breath. He's walking away. Fuck you, bitch. Touch me again, I'll drown you.
I don't want to overreact, but I saw a video of Tre'Davious Ward absolutely locking up Ricky Pearsall, like almost like playing.
Yo, did you see that video when he went off the line, like watching him run a route?
Yeah,
terrible.
So he Ricky Pearsall like does these hardcore like shakes and stuff. Yeah. It's like when we're watching a junior high do it. Yeah. A junior higher do it. And the high school's just there like, all right.
Wait for him.
I'm just gonna wait for you to go forward.
Yeah. That's kind of how it was. And he just really kind of shoved him like, all right, that's cute, buddy, but that's not gonna work.
Yeah, it's interesting because by all accounts,
why did they get a pass for that?
By
every pick?
By every draft board, it was a reach. It was a reach in the first round to Pearsall. And then his thing is that he's good against man coverage, but then when it's ISO'd man coverage in practice, he's not good at it. But I don't know.
They get a pass because of the head coach. As long as people trust the head coach, they go ahead and draft whoever you want.
But you look at some of those receivers that went after. If you're the Niners, you're drafting a receiver.
But just like I said though, if the head coach is known for being like this guru, then they're like, yeah, go ahead and draft whoever you want to draft. Just make it work.
Yeah, it was an interesting pick.
Who went after Brian Thomas Jr.?
The Buffalo guy,
Keon
Coleman, Xavier Worthy.
Wow, Roman Wilson.
Yeah, shout out to Roman Wilson.
There's a guy in the Eagles. I can't remember his name.
No, but like they passed on a lot of better prospects, but we don't know. Maybe Pearsall's going to be good, but I don't know.
So these are defending Super Bowl champs. There's not going to be a lot of chinks in the armor. If there is some, what is it?
Yeah, oh man, it starts and ends with the quarterback. Is
that the chink in the armor?
I don't.
We don't believe in him yet.
Yeah. What?
I'm not a Purdy guy.
What more does he have to do?
Yeah, that's
a real question.
I'm there with him.
If you're a quarterback of a team that's talented, I know you went against Patrick Mahomes, but like, why haven't you won one yet, dude? That's the most talented team I've probably ever seen in the last 5 years.
He's been there twice in 2 years.
He doesn't have. He'll probably be there again this year, and I have no confidence that he's going to win it this year.
I don't know, man. I think Brock Purdy's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah,
I think he's top 10 at least.
He's top. Okay, let's do NFC. Where does he rank in the NFC?
I think we actually ranked him on the show that we did. Remember, we had him at number 10. I believe that's what we had him.
hovering around 10 in the
like
NFL.
Like 9 or 10.
I take Goff over him. I'd take a lot of guys over him.
Okay, so
I'm just not a Purdy
guy.
So
you don't respect him.
I don't respect
as a
him
man,
and as a human. Like as an adult male, so I have no respect. No, I'm just kidding. It's just
listen. He came back with some yoked legs.
That should change everything. Yeah. Problem solved.
I get it though. It's hard. Like you're still talking about Mr. Irrelevant. I get why it's like I'm not there yet. I'm there because I was like that for a while. I'm there now.
This is the last year of this team too, because next year is his last year of his rookie deal. No one wants to play on that, so they're gonna sign him next year. So this is the last, version of this team where they have all these stacked lineups. So if you can't do it this year, I don't know when he's gonna do it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just because they can't pay all these players. It's a sign now. They're letting guys go. Armstead, because they can't pay them. Hard time signing big players like Ayuk. So it's just interesting.
I guess it's a lot to say that he'll have plenty of shots at a Super Bowl, but I think when we look back at it, I think the marriage of Purdy and Shanahan is going to be one of those combos. Young quarterback. He finally got his quarterback. He finally got his guy who just is a micro processing computer and can just make these decisions, and that's what Shanahan needs his offense. He's super accurate. He seems pretty unflappable. Like, we've seen him tested and hit and sometimes fail in that moment, but
we saw it against Philly.
Yeah, he seems like a dog. Yeah. He's young. It was his first playoff run. I mean, you look at some of the great quarterbacks. They were not asked to do what Brock Purdy's asked to do in his first couple of years. I mean, the greatest quarterbacks you could think of. And this guy's throwing the ball in big situations. Although, yeah, he does have the best running back in the NFL. And for sure, he's been propped up by great players around him. But what else is an organization supposed to do? Yeah. Then we've seen other guys fail in that position.
Yeah.
You know, if he was just that guy's already failed in that position. I think he's a little more than a lot of people, I guess, you give him credit for.
He reminds you of what?
Oh, disrespect him again.
No, when he's like Matt Ryan. He's like, you're good, but you're never gonna win one.
I actually like that comparison.
You're good, but you're never going to win.
Matt Ryan also had his best year with Kyle Shanahan.
This guy went to the Super Bowl 2 times in 2 years, first 2 years in the league. And you're good, but you're never going to win one.
Oh, I'm right so far. He hasn't won one.
Okay, well, C.J. Stroud, I guess he's been in the league a year. He's good. He's never going to win one. No one's won one. Patrick Mahomes is winning all of them right now. What the hell are you talking about?
I just don't believe in Purdy. I don't believe in Purdy. And then
that makes me mad.
Okay, well,
I'm all for the underdog.
Yeah.
Angel likes a front runner.
Poor guy. Yep. Give me Patrick Mahomes.
That's who they need. That's who they need to get. Greg's in love with them. He predicts 12-5, and Greg just said, "Fuck it, Super Bowl champions."
Wow.
Oh wow, the Super Bowl.
I mean, I was looking at their schedule. 12-5, very.
We haven't done our Super Bowl prediction show yet, but I imagine after hearing this conversation with you, you're gonna have them in it or winning it.